Hello, in this video I'm going to show you several scripts that I've been working on. I'm sure they'll be updated and changed from time to time. So I'm in C users, the guy talking to you here, documents, Maya 2026, prefs scripts. Okay, and so I'm going to talk about 3 scripts, and this is where I've put them in that directory. Now, I've also got a hidden folder, and that's just for to separate all my other scripts out, so I'm only focusing on these for the sake of the video. Okay, so if we come over to the script editor, you can also click here to open it, or Windows General Editor's script editor. I like to make shelf buttons. Okay. So the way these scripts work is if you open them in an editor, it's going to tell you, show you the usage, and this has various features. Post to shelf. We can also do a selection, saves a selection to a shelf. We can zero out joints. It saves out a directory with icons that will go up on your shelf here. It's also portable. So if you saved some of these poses out, if you take your post to shelf directory, which is going to be made right here when I run it, and it's subdirectories, so you can take those with you, and also your prefs shelves. If I make any new shelves, like for instance, this is rig, and I've got a rig shelf, the rest are default. So you can make a new shelf, that's under new shelf. Okay, and then last but not least, for all 3 of these, script installation. So you'll save it to that directory, and then if you copy the 3 lines below, then middle mouse drag it to my shelf, that will install it. So for instance, this is post to shelf, so I'm just going to grab these, middle mouse drag, and I'll just set it there, and then I can right click, edit, and so this is the exact same thing as that, but I'll just give it a new name. Just call it test. So that's how we install the script. So it'll just press a button, it'll run. So let's just make sure. So I'm going to select the hips, and I'm going to select the hierarchy, and now I'm just going to run this. Yeah, and that works. So well, I just showed us how to install it. So I can delete this now because this is what I already had. Run the shelf. Okay, and so what I can do is, let's call this relax. You can only save, like, maybe 4 characters. Post to shelf. So this makes a new an icon, and if I zoom in a little bit, maybe change that, it'll just make a new one. Post to shelf, it makes a new icon of and then when you click on it, it'll put the character in that pose. So for instance, let's come down here, and let's just maybe clear some of this out. So I'm going to clear the end, or the succeeding and preceding keys there. So here I'll just click on Pose to Shelf, and it changes it back to this one here. So you can see how it's going back and forth there. So it's going to put a keyframe. So same thing here. I can put Pose to Shelf, and it's just going to change it, make a keyframe. You should be able to see here how the, well, that there's not too much change there. Okay, I can also make a selection to shelf. That comes up in orange. So if I've got that, I don't have to click this and select hierarchy anymore. I can just come grab the selection, and there's a couple other things I can do here. So if I wanted to zero the Mocap skeleton, what it's going to do is zero out all the joints to their default rotation, which in this case is a T-pose. So it's going to zero the Mocap skeleton and put it right on the origin. So maybe we'll do that from here. Again, it's going to update it at the pose, so you'd normally want to be at 0. 0 Mocap skeleton, so it puts it right back here at the origin, and then all the 0 rotation values. But if you play it, you know, you can see it's going to pop. So it saves the pose. So you'd normally want to run that here. So here's a selection, 0 Mocap. Okay, one other cool thing about this, let's say if you wanted to make another shelf called, well, I've already got it. Let me just delete it. Let's say if I want to make another shelf called Tyler. Okay. What this will do, under more commands, I can install this whole thing to the current shelf. Then if I want to do another selection to shelf and another pose to shelf, well, then I can access these from this shelf. That's going to resave the pose, and this will select the pose, and then I can click on the button and then have access to it here, so I don't have to go back here to click on this. And I can also install this again here. So maybe if you like this icon better, you know. Okay, and really quickly, so pref scripts. So once you run the command, pose to shelf, and save something, it's going to create a pose to shelf directory, and it's going to save your shelves where you want them. Now, before I made this Tyler shelf, but we can see that just all the scripts were put in this pose to shelf directory that it automatically makes. Let's say save these poses out again. So select T-pose, let's say T-pose, and let's install it to a directory. So let's call the directory Tyler, pose to shelf. And let's make the let's put the selection to shelf there in the Tyler subdirectory. Okay, and if we open up this again, so pose to shelf, now it makes a Tyler directory. So it'll save these wherever you want them to go. And then if you want to take these to another computer, all you'd have to do is just take the script and this, and you'd also want to take any new shelves that you've made. So like Tyler, you know. So that's how that works. Okay, that's the most complicated one. Let's come back here. All right, now, so here's the mocap, and it is facing -z. What I want to do is turn it around. So, and you know, I did put the typos up here. So let's select it. So that's just, you know, keeps me so I don't have to do this and then select hierarchy. So let's select it. Let's put it at a T-pose. Okay, very good. Now, what I want to be able to do is redirect this motion. Now it's if I've got auto key on here, it's overwritten the frame. So this is moving in -z. What if I want to move it back to +z? Well, so that's what root redirect does. And if I right click and edit it, this is all you have to do to make the script work, as long as it's in, whoops, as long as it's in, as long as the script is in this folder. And the exact text, it's within the script itself. So how to put it on a button. Okay, so again, character begins to move in -z, and you don't want that, nor do you want the T-pose in -z. So what this is going to do is, so I'm going to select hips, and then I'm going to click on root redirect. Brings up this create a motion control. So this transfers the animation onto this, so that what I could do is just rotate this back to 180. And so now if I run it, it's going to move T-pose and all, it's going to move in the appropriate direction, facing +z. So once I have that how I want it, bake the motion, and we're good to go. Okay, so now I'm going to bring this back in again. This is called worldBake, and so what this does is, so if I were with the Tyler thing here, so the animation is traveling within within the local space of this, and then so it's a child of that, so it's going in its local space. So if I just wanted to pull this out into world space, that's what this script does. So I'm just going to set it back here at the origin. I'm going to select the hips, and I'm just going to say World Bake. And all that does is bakes this in place, whatever place it was when it's under this. And now it is, it's in its own space and doesn't have to worry about anything. But, so let's say we come in and we try to use some of these scripts we've already made. And you can see that they're not working. Now, the clue that tells you why they're not working is because they are no longer in Tyler hips here. So what I could do is just middle mouse drag, put it back there, put it back, and then and now these would work. Anyway, I hope you find these useful. Have a good one.